Joy Papaya Sun SPF 50. Joy beautiful by nature. Real fruits bata baneko real juice. त्यसैले त real juice real हुने. Bank of the Year 2024 Citizens Bank International Limited, your partner for progress. नयाँ Good Night Flash अरु लिक्विड वेपोराइजर भन्दा 2 गुना बढी प्रभावशाली. गोर्खा इको प्यानल, मेरो घर गोर्खा इको प्यानल को भर.
Proud to be associated with Kantipur News.
Good evening, I'm Sarah Sapsanama. Let's begin with the headlines of the hour. Government accumulates 290 billion rupees in domestic and foreign debt in just 7 months, 150 billion of the amount spent on repaying principal and interest. A 3-member commission under former Justice Baburam Regni formed to furnish a report with recommendations to control inappropriate transactions by loan sharks. Canada announces $29.8 billion Canadian dollars in retaliatory tariffs on US in response to President Donald Trump's steel and aluminum tariffs. And Can announces new annual central contract for male and female players. 52 players contracted, including 2 new male cricketers. Pooja Mahato promoted to Grade A. The government has continuously increasing public debt, however still failed to generate returns by investing in productive sectors. The rising debt has neither led to increased employment opportunities nor contributed to infrastructure development, preventing the state from reaping economic benefits.
In just the first 7 months of the current fiscal year, the government has accumulated 290 billion rupees in domestic and foreign debt. However, 150 billion of this amount has already been spent on repaying principal and interest. As of now, the country's total debt has reached 2.611 trillion rupees. Government officials attribute the growing debt burden to the lack of returns from investments in public institutions.
हैन हाम्रो चाहिँ राष्ट्रिय गौरवको आयोजनाहरु जसले शिक्षा स्वास्थ्य रोजगारी लगायतका समग्र भनौं न हाम्रो चाहिँ एउटा आर्थिक सामाजिकमै तपाईको चाहिँ ठूलो योगदान दिने खालका आयोजनाहरुमा हामीले लगानी गरेका छौं त्यस्तो ऋणले त्यो जीडीपी को जति पर्सेन्ट पुगे पनि त्यसले रिटर्न दिन्छ एउटा लामो लिस्ट छ हाम्रो सार्वजनिक संस्थानमा नेपाल सरकारको लगानी ऋणमा होस् तपाईको शेयरमा होस् त्यसबाट प्राप्त हुने प्रतिफलहरु त्यति राम्ररी प्राप्त भएको अवस्थाहरु छैन अब त्यसको भार अहिले जोडिदै गएर अहिले यहाँले भने जस्तै 26 खर्ब पुगिसक्यो
Apart from public institutions, overall investments have failed to generate sufficient returns. As a result, public debt has been increasing in proportion to the national economy. By mid-January, the debt size had reached 2.611 trillion rupees, which is 45.77% of the country's gross domestic product, GDP. However, the use of this debt in capital formation and development projects has remained ineffective. 10 years ago, Nepal's public debt was 27.92% of GDP, which increased to 40.7% 5 years ago and now stands at 45.77%. Economists argue that while public debt of up to 50% of GDP is considered reasonable for a country like Nepal, the inability to use borrowed funds for capital formation is a cause for concern.
चिन्ता गर्नुपर्ने कुरा चाहिँ यसको प्रयोग हो ऋणले नेपाली अर्थतन्त्रलाई विस्तार गर्यो कि गरेन ऋणले हाम्रो निर्यातलाई बढायो कि बढाएन हैन ऋणले रोजगारी राजस्वको आधार तयार गर्यो कि गरेन भन्दा त्यो चाहिँ केहीमा पनि गरेको छैन हाम्रो पुँजी निर्माण वृद्धि दर भन्दा ऋणको वृद्धि दर बढी छ पुँजी निर्माण भनेको चाहिँ के हो भने सडक कल कारखाना एयरपोर्ट यो राष्ट्रको पुँजी हो नि त हैन हामी कहाँ छैन बन्दरगाहहरु रेलवेहरु हैन त्यसको तुलनामा हेर्नुभयो भने त्यो चाहिँ जीडीपी को तुलनामा घट्दै घट्दै गइरहेछ.
After taking public debt, the government should increase investment in public infrastructure development. Increased investment in infrastructure leads to job creation, reducing the number of Nepalese seeking foreign employment. However, the government's failure to invest in infrastructure has resulted in nearly 2,000 Nepalese leaving for foreign employment daily. Although the size of public debt is increasing relative to the economy, capital formation is shrinking. In the fiscal year 2020-21, capital formation was 33.8% of GDP, but it has now declined to 25%. Generally, governments repay public debt using revenue collections. However, in Nepal's case, new loans are being used primarily to pay off old debt and interest. When the current government assumed office in mid-July last year, the country's total public debt stood at 2.434 trillion rupees. Over the past 7 months, the government has raised 229 billion rupees in domestic debt and 61.42 billion in foreign debt, totaling 290 billion. Of this, 150 billion has already been spent on repaying old loans and interest.
Meanwhile, the government has formed a 3-member commission chaired by former Justice Baburam Regni to submit a report with recommendations for controlling illegal transactions by loan sharks. In a meeting on Monday, the Council of Ministers appointed Bharat Bahadur Bohra and Badri Prasad Bhattarai as the members of the commission.
अनुचित लेनदेन मिटर ब्याज अपराध सम्बन्धमा अपराध नियन्त्रणका लागि सुझाव सहितको प्रतिवेदन पेश गर्न श्री बाबुराम रेग्मीको अध्यक्षतामा श्री भरत बहादुर बोहरा र श्री बद्री प्रसाद भट्टराई सदस्य रहेको 3 सदस्यीय अनुचित लेनदेन मिटर ब्याज सम्बन्धी जाँचबुझ आयोग 2081 गठन गर्ने निर्णय भएको छ।
The meeting also approved the basis, procedure and share distribution of royalty among the federal, provincial and local levels as recommended by the National Natural Resources and Fiscal Commission. It is time now for our segment Public Pulse, where you text us with your opinion.
Public poll.
But before today's question, let's take a look at the results from yesterday's poll. Yesterday, we'd asked you, what do you think of the indifference towards victims when they reach to the police? 65% voted for option A, police under pressure and influence, 29% for B, lack of sensitivity, and 6% for C, procedural confusion. Here's today's question. Why has the government lacked attention towards reforming institutions crippled by corruption? Your options are A, apathy towards good governance, B, making institutions recruitment centers, and C, incapable leadership. The voting is on. Type NEWS, select your option A, B or C and send it to 34001 to share your opinion with us. Now, in our Public Voice segment today, we've asked in several provinces what is the reason for sluggishness in development and construction works. Let's take a look at what they had to say.
जब असार मसान्त लाग्छ त्यतिखेर चापाचाप काम गर्न खोज्ने कर्मचारी र अघिपछि चाहिँ काममा चाहिँ ढिलासुस्ती गर्ने कर्मचारीहरूले गर्दाखेरि पनि अलिकति असर परेको छ।
सरकारले बजेट टाइममा नदिएर एउटा अनि अर्को कुरा अब सम्बन्धित निकायको पनि अब ढिलासुस्ती
ठेकेदारहरूले पनि त्यही आफूले गोजामा हाल्ने र कामदारहरूलाई झुक्याएर फुल्याएर आज भोलि भनेर कन्ट्याक्ट दिने कारणले मात्र यो विकास निर्माण कामहरू ढिलाइ हुने
भ्रष्टाचारको कारणले पनि यो सुस्ती हुन सक्छ, कमिसनको कारणले चाहिँ सुस्ती हुन सकेको छ।
सरकारले समयमा बजेट दिँदैन अनि काम नगर्ने ठेकेदारहरूले पनि धेरै ठेक्का लिइरहेको हुन्छन्।
ठेकेदारले लापरवाही पनि हुन्छ र समयमै चाहिँ रकम निकासा नहुँदा पनि यो ढिलाइ हुन्छ।
टेन्डरदेखि आदि इत्यादि प्रक्रियाहरू यो निकै न झन्झटिलो छ।
ठेक्का आह्वान गर्न ढिला गर्ने, ठेक्का हाल्न ढिला गर्ने र यो सरकारी कामहरू चाहिँ एकदम ठेकेदारहरूले चाहिँ ढिलासुस्ती गर्ने गरेको पाइन्छ।
कामसाम रोकिने हैन, टाइममा समयमा पैसाहरू नदिएर
आर्थिक अवस्था कमजोरले गर्दा पनि काम ढिला हुन सकिन्छ।
यतिखेर भनेको मान्छेलाई भनेको एउटा काम केही छैन, यतिखेर गर्नुपर्ने हो। अब जब असर लाग्यो त्यतिखेर चाहिँ भनेको त्यही बेला मात्र हुन्छ के यो सबै कुरो। यो नेताहरूको काम हो कि फेटाहरूको काम हो कि यो केही पनि बुझ्न सकेको छैन।
काम गर्ने मान्छेहरूको श्रमिकको अभावले पनि सुस्त भइरहेको
जुन ठाउँमा आवश्यकता हो त्यसको पहिचान छैन। एक नम्बरमा हचुवाको भरमा ल्याइएको छ। त्यो हचुवा भरमा ल्याएको विकासले चाहिँ के हुँदैन त भन्दाखेरि यो गति लिन पनि सक्दैन र त्यो पुरा हुन पनि सक्दैन, अस्तव्यस्तै हुन्छ।
We'll take a short break here. More news coming up. Welcome back. Following a Kantipur television report on 6th of March highlighting complaints from students at the Avio Trace Nepal School of Technology, Kathmandu Metropolitan City conducted an inspection of the institution today to find that it has been operating without necessary registrations and that the students are, as they claimed, were deceived.
During an inspection,
conducted by Kathmandu Metropolitan City of Aviatrice Nepal School of Technology, the institution failed to present any of the documents required by the Metropolitan Office. It was also confirmed that Aviatrice Nepal is not registered with KMC as mentioned in the Kantipur TV report.
एयरक्राफ्ट मेन्टेनेन्स इन्जिनियरिङ भनेर राख्नु भएको रहेछ तपाईहरुले त्यो इन्जिनियरिङ भन्नुभएको छ डिप्लोमा भन्नुभएको छ कहाँबाट तपाईले अनुमति लिएर चलाउनु भयो भन्दाखेरि उहाँले हैन डिप्लोमा पनि हैन इन्जिनियरिङ पनि हैन हाम्रो चाहिँ एउटा कोर्स मात्र हो भनेर भन्नुभयो त्यसले गर्दाखेरि उहाँहरुले भनेको कुरा र उहाँहरुले मार्केटिङ गरेको कुरा चाहिँ मिलेको देखिएन डिप्लोमा इन्जिनियरिङ भन्दै गर्दाखेरि दर्ता काहीँ नभएको देख्दाखेरि त्यसमा अलिकति प्रश्न उठाउने ठाउँ पनि भयो.
It was revealed that Aviatrice Nepal is only registered with PAN and the Office of Company Registrar. The institution admitted that it has not obtained any approval from Nepalese authorities to conduct aircraft maintenance engineering courses. However, Executive Director Motinam Itani claims that the institution only provides academic counseling for airline pilot training and has permission for other activities. Despite these claims, he could not present any official documents to verify them. Meanwhile, the Ministry of Education has also begun an investigation into the legitimacy of the institution following Kantipur TV report and is preparing to send a formal inquiry letter. The Kathmandu Metropolitan City has ordered the institution to halt all admission and administrative activities starting Wednesday. If the required documents are not submitted by Sunday, KMC has warned of legal action.
क्लेम गरे अनुसार चाहिँ हामीले तपाईहरुसँग के डकुमेन्ट छ त्यो डकुमेन्टहरु लिएर आइतबारसम्म काठमाडौँ महानगरपालिका आउनुस् र त्यो डकुमेन्ट नल्याएसम्म चाहिँ तपाईहरुले यता के पनि सर्भिस दिन पनि पाउनुहुन्न थप विद्यार्थीलाई एडमिसन पनि गर्न पाउनुहुन्न भनेर हामीले उहाँलाई भनेका छौं अनि उहाँले ल हुन्छ हामी आइतबार चाहिँ तपाईले भने अनुसारको सबै डकुमेन्टहरु लिएर आउँछौं भन्नुभएको छ.
During the inspection, students were found at the institution having been called in for counseling under the pretense of enrolling in an engineering program. One student revealed that he had left a science and IT course under Tribhuvan University to join Aviatrice Nepal after being promised an engineering education. Students have also alleged that the institution is pressuring them to remain silent and not to speak to the media, contradicting claims made by Executive Director Motiram Itani. Students further disclosed that the institution charges them 20,000 rupees for attendance shortages and up to 80,000 rupees for re-examinations. Itani, when reached, denied for comment. Despite operating in Baneshore, the heart of Nepal's federal capital, for 7 to 8 years, without proper authorization, regulatory bodies remained unaware of its activities until now. Students who dreamed of becoming engineers by studying science in grades 11 and 12 have now found themselves deceived. Each student reportedly paid over 1 million rupees for an unauthorized aircraft maintenance engineering program. The institution, which is illegally conducting foreign courses, cannot transfer money abroad without approval from the Ministry of Education. Furthermore, as a PAN-registered entity, Aviatrice Nepal has an annual transaction limit of only 2 million rupees, raising serious questions about its financial operations. At least 12 students have come forward to Kantipur television claiming they were misled by the institution. Some stated that after enrolling and submitting their documents, they later discovered the institution was not officially registered. When they tried to withdraw, they were forced to pay additional fees to retrieve their documents. The lack of oversight from regulatory authorities, despite the institution's prolonged unauthorized operation, raises several serious questions. How did Aviatrice Nepal operate for nearly a decade without a proper license? Why did regulatory bodies fail to notice these irregularities? Who will compensate the students who were deceived? And how has the institution been handling its financial transactions? The Aviatrice Nepal School of Technology has no answers to these questions.
It is time now for international update. Canada has announced retaliatory tariffs on more than $20 billion worth of U.S. goods after Donald Trump's 25% tariff on steel and aluminum came into effect. The tariffs include steel worth $12.6 billion Canadian dollars, as well as sports equipment, computers and cast iron products. Secretary of State Marco Rubio has said tariffs are not there to punish other countries, but steel and aluminum are national security concerns for the U.S. It comes as the European Union says it will impose countermeasures on $28.3 billion worth of U.S. goods in a strong but proportionate response. Prime Minister Keir Starmer has said that the UK will keep all options on the table and is pushing for a trade deal. China has said it will take all necessary measures to safeguard its rights and interests, while Canada's High Commissioner to the UK has criticized the lawless trade world of Donald Trump. Trump hopes they will boost U.S. steel and aluminum production, but critics say it will raise prices for U.S. consumers and dent economic growth. Trump has already imposed separate 25% tariffs on other imports from Mexico and Canada, but almost immediately announced an exemption for car makers and some other goods. He's also placed a 20% levy on other Chinese goods. Rescued hostages were seen arriving safely in Pakistan's Quetta under tight security after separatist militants blew up a railway track and opened fire on a passenger train a day earlier. Pakistani forces have rescued 300 passengers from the train that was hijacked by separatist fighters, and an operation was underway to rescue dozens still held hostage, according to authorities. Relatives of the released passengers gathered at the Quetta railway station, anxiously awaiting to receive their loved ones, while others desperately sought information about those still missing. The Baloch Liberation Army, an ethnic armed group, claimed responsibility for the attack and threatened to start executing hostages unless Baloch political prisoners, activists and missing persons it said had been abducted by the military were not released within 48 hours. BLA had said it was holding 214 people hostages, and a security source said that there were 425 passengers on the train when it was attacked. The number of militants involved in the attack was not clear. Security sources also say that 30 people had been killed so far. We've got more news coming up, but right now it's time for yet another short break. Welcome back. It's time now for Sports Update.
Sports News.
Cricket Association of Nepal (CAN) has announced the new annual central contract for male players. Based on their performance over the past year, the association has categorized 33 players into grade A, B, C and D, along with emerging players. There have been no changes in their salaries. In grade A, Captain Rohit Paudel, Dipender Singh Airi, Sandeep Lamichhane, Sompal Kami and Asif Sheikh have been included. Karan Kesi and Kushal Bhurtel, who were previously in grade A, have been moved down to grade B. Players in grade A will receive a monthly salary of 100,000 rupees. In grade B, 5 players have been included, with Gulshan Jha and Lalit Raj Bansi retaining their positions in this category. Anil Shah, who was previously in grade D, has now been promoted to grade B. Arif Sheikh, Bhim Sarki and Kushal Malla have been demoted to C. Players in grade B will receive a monthly salary of 70,000 rupees. In grade C, Sandeep Jora has retained his position, whereas Pratish GC has been moved down to grade D. Likewise, Nepal A team captain Binod Bhandari and Arjun Saud have been left out of the contract this time. Both the players were previously in grade C. CAN has included 12 players in grade D, an increase from the previous 7. Pawan Sharaf, who was in grade D last time, has been excluded from the contract this year. Lokesh Bam and Mayank Yadav have made it to grade D for the first time. Sagar Dhakal, Vivek Yadav, Akash Chand, Basir Ahmed and Surya Tamang have retained their spots in grade D, while Dev Khanal and Rijan Dhakal have been promoted from the emerging players category to grade D. In the emerging players category, Arjun Kumar and Santosh Yadav have been included for the first time, while Dipesh Kadel, Hemant Dhami, Rupesh Singh and Arjun Gharti have retained their contracts. CAN has also made the central contract for women's cricket public. A total of 19 players have been categorized into 4 grades. Pooja Mahato has been promoted to grade A from grade C. Senior team captain Indu Verma along with Rubina Chetri and Sita Rana Magar remains in grade A. In grade B, only Kavita Joshi has been included. She has been promoted from grade D to B. In grade C, Kavita Kuan and Samjana Khadka have been listed. While Samjana has improved her grade, Kavita has been demoted to grade B from grade B to grade C. Grade D consists of 12 players, including national team members Bindu Rawal, Roma Thapa and Ishwari Bista. 9 players from the under-19 team have received central contracts for the first time. These players are Elisha Yadav, Sana Pravin, Riya Sharma, Samina Kesi, Sabitri Dhami, Krishna Gurung, Jyotsnika Marasini, Rachana Chaudhary and Manisha Upadhyay. Some of these players have already made their debut in the senior team. The association has not made any changes to the salaries of women players as well. According to CAN, players in Grade A will receive a monthly salary of 50,000 rupees. Grade D players will get 35,000. Grade C will receive 25,000 and Grade D players will be paid 20,000. That is all for the moment. Thank you for watching. Good night.